In a world where music, love, and ego intersect daily, there's one thing that always gets the internet buzzing: drama. And today, that drama comes with three names: GloRilla, Angela Simmons, and Yo Gotti. What started as a quiet breakup may have just turned into a full-blown boundary check. Because word on the street is, GloRilla didn't just step in the ring musically, she stepped into real life, allegedly telling Angela Simmons to stop calling Yo Gotti point blank. No sugar, no filter, just facts. And if the rumors are true, GloRilla didn't just pass along the message, she delivered it like a headline. He's moved on. Respect that. And now, fans are asking, was she protecting her mentor, overstepping her place, or just doing what everyone else was thinking but too scared to say? Let's break it down, because this isn't just about a phone call. It's about closure, clout, control, and the complex ecosystem of modern relationships in the public eye. Before we get into the tension, we need to rewind the story. Years ago, Yo Gotti made headlines with one line that changed everything. "And I just followed Angela Simmons." It was a bar from his 2015 hit Down in the DM, and it became more than just clever wordplay. It turned into a long-running crush that eventually manifested into a real relationship. Fans watched that lyric grow legs. Over the years, Yo Gotti and Angela Simmons were spotted together, and after a long stretch of speculation, they finally went public in 2022. For a while, it looked like a fairy tale. Gotti had gone from admirer to actual boyfriend. They were on yachts, sharing birthday tributes, popping up at premieres and award shows like a full-blown power couple. But somewhere between the champagne flutes and social media posts, the connection started fading. The couple stopped appearing in each other's feeds. Their vibe dimmed. Suddenly, no more red carpets. No more coupled-up selfies. No matching outfits. No flirty captions. The public didn't get a press release, but the silence was loud. And just like that, Yo Gotti and Angela Simmons were no longer an item, or at least, not in any way that felt mutual. That's where GloRilla enters the picture. GloRilla, Memphis native and breakout CMG artist, has been on a meteoric rise since her hit FNF Up put her on the map. And it didn't take long for Yo Gotti to scoop her up under his label, Collective Music Group. Since then, their relationship has been tight. He's pushed her, promoted her, and made her one of CMG's leading faces. Behind the scenes, she's been fiercely loyal. In public, she's always shown respect. Their bond is more than just label mate and CEO. It's artist and mentor, mentee and protector. They roll deep. So when whispers started that Angela had been reaching out to Gotti again, allegedly calling, texting, even attempting to check in, it didn't take long for Glo to catch wind. And according to insiders, she didn't hesitate. She allegedly made it crystal clear to Angela that the past was the past and that Gotti wasn't entertaining it anymore. The reported message: "Don't call him again. He's moved on. Let that man have his peace." A bold statement. One that sent shockwaves through the scene and raised 1,000 questions. Now here's where opinions start to split. Some say Glo was well within her right to step in. She's in Gotti's inner circle. She sees who's around him. If Angela is causing emotional disruption or trying to reopen doors that Gotti has locked, Glo may have seen her move as protective, not petty. Others, though, believe it was out of pocket. That no matter how close Glo is to Gotti, it wasn't her place to intervene. That conversations between exes, especially ones as high profile as Gotti and Angela, should be navigated through a third party, let alone someone who isn't romantically involved. But here's the twist. According to sources, Angela wasn't trying to win Gotti back. She was allegedly reaching out about unfinished business, possibly linked to mutual brand work or financial entanglements. Maybe she wanted closure. Maybe she just missed the vibe. Maybe she just wanted clarity. But Glo reportedly wasn't trying to hear any of it. She allegedly told her, "If it's business, call the office, not his phone." It was firm, direct, and honestly, it drew a line. Angela Simmons, daughter of hip-hop royalty and a woman known for grace under pressure, was reportedly blindsided by the message. According to sources close to her camp, she felt disrespected and confused, especially since she believed her intentions were harmless. She didn't expect to be addressed by GloRilla, and definitely not in such a confrontational way. One source even claimed that Angela fired back with her own words. "I don't need to chase a man. If I called, it wasn't for romance." But the damage was done. Lines were drawn, and by then, Twitter had already started piecing the puzzle together. Shortly after the rumored interaction, both Glo and Angela posted cryptic messages. Angela's Instagram story showed a black screen with white text. Some folks forget who they're talking to. GloRilla, hours later, posted a mirror selfie with a simple but pointed caption. "I stand on what I said." That was all it took. Social media lit up with speculation. Was this the clapback exchange fans were waiting for? Did Glo check Angela on Gotti's behalf? Was this real beef or just blurred boundaries between fame and friendship? The memes were wild. One read, "GloRilla answered the call like Gotti's gatekeeper. This line no longer in service." Another, "Angela tried to spin the block and GloRilla flattened the tires." And while both women remained relatively silent publicly, their feeds and the fandom spoke volumes. There's an unwritten rule in hip-hop and celebrity culture. Don't let outsiders disrupt your unit. Whether it's business or personal, teams form tight bonds. And in the case of Gotti and Glo, it's clear that loyalty runs deep. GloRilla's alleged move to intercept those calls wasn't just about jealousy or ownership, it was about protection. Protecting her mentor's peace, his image, his next chapter. Yo Gotti, for his part, has remained silent. Not a peep. No confirmation, no denial, no commentary. And honestly, that silence might be the loudest answer. Because when a man has moved on, he doesn't need to explain it. He lets the silence be his clarity. And GloRilla, it seems, is just the one making sure that silence stays uninterrupted. Yo Gotti has had a long, evolving career. From Memphis underground to mainstream mogul, he's built something that extends beyond just rap. He's building legacy. And that legacy is starting to look a lot more future-focused. Whether or not he's romantically linked to anyone new, it's clear he's prioritizing business, growth, and mentorship. When GloRilla came into the fold, she didn't just get a deal, she got support. And Gotti made sure she had the room to grow, shine, and win. That kind of loyalty cuts both ways. So when old connections threaten to stir up old headlines, it makes sense that someone in his corner would step in to protect the narrative. Whether it was a direct request from Gotti or GloRilla, moving on instinct, the message was delivered. Loud, sharp, final. So what happens next? Angela Simmons may address the situation, or she may keep it classy and stay silent. Either way, her brand remains intact. She's always been more than someone's girlfriend. Her business ventures, activism, and legacy give her multiple lanes to thrive in. GloRilla, her stock just went up, not just as an artist, but as a personality people see as real, unfiltered, and loyal to her circle. If anything, this move only strengthens her image and raises her visibility at a critical moment in her career. And Yo Gotti, he's not the man who chased anymore. He's the one people are chasing, and the message is loud and clear. If you're not part of the future, there's no space in the present. So now we turn it over to you. What do you think? Was GloRilla out of line for allegedly telling Angela Simmons to stop calling Yo Gotti? Or was she just being a real one, holding down her people and guarding the peace? Should Angela have gone through official channels if it was business? Or is this all just miscommunication turned into viral moment? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell because trust, this might not be the last time the phones start ringing in CMG's camp. And remember, sometimes moving on doesn't require a statement. It just takes someone bold enough to block the call.